Okay. Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm Vicki.
I'm Vinnie, and I'm checking my social.
You're always checking your social
Can I
like
tell
a
you something right
teenage
now?
girl.
I'm not like a girl.
I just want to say this is Vinnie nonstop. Ooh, a comment.
I want you to know something. Social is how comedians blow up. And when I blow up
Okay.
and I become big and I start making some money doing stand-up,
Right.
the first 10 toys we buy are going to be mine. Watches, planes.
You have a lot of
and getting
planes. Yeah, suddenly you're going to be MC Hammer buying a plane and no more money. Bye-bye, money.
I would fly my plane to bankruptcy court.
Yeah. You
So
would.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We're pre-recording again.
Yes, we are pre-recording. We
And,
have a lot going on. But I have to, so Noah is not on camera today, which I wish
Yeah,
he
yes.
was.
Noah's on camera.
Is he? Oh, good. Noah, show them your outfit. They can't see everything with your little shoes and your rolled up sides, bottoms. He looks like an adult version of Charlie Brown.
He really does.
He does.
Wah, 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 wah.
He really is. He's an oversized child.
He is. You know what it is too right now? You can't. Be careful. Be careful. We know Mrs. Chate's watching. You can't call him a child. Because, here's the thing. You don't mean child in a bad way. You mean immature,
No, I feel like he's one of
non-functioning
my
adult.
No, I feel like he's one of my kids though. Noah had dinner with us again last night, and
We did. Okay. So you cooked dinner. Noah was wrapping up.
yeah, but I cooked a lot, so he came and joined us for dinner. And,
But you know what he does? He comes up and he looks in the room. Hey,
no,
what you guys doing?
no, but I mean, he's welcome with the family, and everybody knows him. But what I particularly liked, so we do a Wordle competition every night, and the first time we did Wordle with Noah, he really did not do well. And
Well, okay, so the E was eliminated in the first try. He used double E's, but after that, he used E's in every one. And I'm like, nope, still no E. Nope, no E. Why don't you try 3 E's? No. And but he didn't understand the game.
no, he didn't understand the game, but now that he understands the game, Cassie, our 10-year-old, still kicked his ass.
Cassie's remarkable at it.
She is really good at it. And it's funny because it's words that are not in her everyday vocabulary.
No,
that
they're
she
not.
is
And
kicking butt
but
with.
she does it well. And and Noah, let's get back to the dinner thing for a second.
Sure.
All right. Because he totally, I think Eddie Haskell's the dinner, right? Kind of like the family's sitting down, the food's there, and Noah's wrapping up, and he starts saying little hints like, man, I guess I'll just go home and eat by myself.
He does not do that. We always welcome him. You're such a liar. No, all the kids love Noah, and he's always welcoming. I call him my adopted kid.
Noah, how old are you?
25. Yeah, he's 25. Yeah,
He's
he's at one of our kids.
he is like one of our kids,
Yes.
except you can't ground him.
No. So we have a lot to talk about.
Noah, did you enjoy Vicky's cooking?
I did.
Yeah, it was turkey
But
burgers
no,
last
let me ask you,
night.
how many meals have you had here?
I would say, I don't know, probably 15? 10, 15?
How many?
10, 15. It's more
No,
than
it's
that.
way more than that.
It's way more than that.
No, keep the camera on you. Just hear my voice here. In all of those meals, have you ever thought to yourself, just once I'll buy Vicki and Vinnie a cup of coffee? Has that thought ever? Yeah,
No, because he's one of our kids.
no, but our kids will buy every now and again.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
Really?
Yeah, really.
get rid of all these
when
kids.
when our kids buy, actually, so I'll take that back. Tabby does buy. When
Cassie spends her money.
not often. No, when they're
Well, she's 10.
yes, but when they're buying, it's usually with our money. Like when Maddie's going, I'm doing a Starbucks run. It's on our Starbucks account. Like,
Yeah.
I'll pick that up for you with our credit card.
Anybody want Starbucks on your card?
Yeah.
But Noah, you enjoy the food, right?
I do, yes.
You
Yeah.
know what it is too about dining with Noah? It brings us together.
It does. It's really fun. I do. I enjoy it. And the kids enjoy it as well.
Let me ask you another question. Now, have you ever thought in any of those meals, the camera's on you, right? Have you ever thought in any of those meals, let me help them clean up?
Now, he does help clean up.
He leaves every light on in the basement when he leaves.
That's what I mean. He's just like our children.
He is.
Just like our children.
But he eats and he just eats. Like Noah, if it was a wrapper, he would just throw it on the ground.
He would not. You're so full full of baloney.
I'm only kidding. No, you know
Mrs.
that.
Chait, your son is very well mannered, and he always helps out.
He's
does.
very well mannered.
He is very well mannered, and
very
he
well-mannered.
always helps out.
He's very well mannered.
Okay, knock it off. All right. All right. So
You know what I love?
What?
I love the fact that there's a high probability that Noah's mom's gonna go, "You better start cleaning up,"
yeah.
because she's even-handed. She's even-handed.
No, he does help. He definitely helps. So I comb the news for fun stuff, for serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go back and forth to see like what are you doing? See, look
Keep
at
going.
him. Look at my little teenager texting in the middle of a podcast. You can't wait 15 minutes.
It can't because he's gonna call again.
Okay.
So why have that?
All right. Settle down,
This thing I tell you
Sparky.
something. You give someone your number, and here's the problem with cell phones in general. All right, now you give someone your number, and then they call you, and if you don't answer, they get pissy.
Like your Pakistani friend, would you like
Oh
to
my
tell people
God.
what's going on
no,
with
you know
that?
what's going on with that? Go
Oh,
ahead.
no. I hear Vinnie on the phone a couple days ago with, I'm sorry, who is this? What? No, I think you have the wrong number. You've seen my stuff? Oh, okay, great. And then proceeds to talk to probably someone just trying to steal your identity. And
Well, he's from Pakistan. I didn't want him to think I'm racist, so I had to talk to him. Because I'm like, I'm not playing the Karachi Chuckle Hut anytime soon. But I'm like, let me at least, is Karachi in Pakistan? It is, right?
I have no idea.
I think it is. It might be in India. Whatever. I'm not playing the Chuckle Hut in Pakistan. But the guy's going, I'm a fan of yours. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And your videos are so good. So I
and
talked to him.
meanwhile, what he's probably doing is using AI to record Vinny's voice.
Right.
Because he's now called Vinny back, 12 times.
He has called me back
Yeah.
probably 20 times.
Right. He keeps calling you.
I don't take any of the calls. I've not taken
Wow,
any.
that's so smart of you after you
Well,
kept him
I
on the
took-
phone for a good 10 minutes talking to your Pakistani
I
friend.
only took the one call.
Yeah.
But did I tell you,
yeah.
Did I tell you about see, he doesn't speak great English.
How did he get your phone number?
No, he's calling me on WhatsApp.
And you're just answering WhatsApp? Like WhatsApp rings, like even though you have no one to talk to on WhatsApp, you just answer it?
Well, if someone's reaching out on WhatsApp, I
It's
need to know what's up
your-
on WhatsApp.
Your cell phone is a Pavlovian response for you. I swear to God. We
You,
could no.
after this podcast,
No,
I'm going to
no.
check to see
No.
if you have balls. Because let me tell you something right now.
It is. No, we can be in the most serious conversation. The only time I answer is for my kids. The only time.
Holy
No, knock it
shit.
off. It's true.
Let me give you the
You
list of
love
people.
to
Let me
do
give you the
this,
list of
yeah.
people you don't answer for. It's a Vicki. Okay, I'll say a name. You tell me if you answer. Your mom.
Not if we're in a serious conversation.
Uh-huh.
But if she calls 4 times, it could be an emergency.
Okay, the answer for your mom.
If she calls 4 times.
Vicki, you answer for your mom.
No, not
Donna, she answers for you.
not if we're in a serious conversation. If we're in a serious conversation. But if
Kate.
we're not if we're in a serious conversation.
Okay, what define serious conversation?
I don't know. We're sitting there, we're talking about something serious in depth. I could be mid-sentence. You're like, hello? Hello? And you're like, I look at you and you're like, I was already on the phone. I'm sorry, I already answered.
No, what you see.
No, and it's always, I'm like, dude,
No.
we were talking. You weren't on the phone.
You are full of what's commonly referred to as shit.
No.
Listen to me.
No.
Listen, here's what happened. Let me show you what happened. I'm doing something. I'm about to hit dial. And then you start a conversation and you get mad because I got the dial go through. Because I was doing something. But you answer the phone on all conversations.
I do not.
Oh my God.
I do not. You are like a teenage girl. So let's get back to your friend who called you on a WhatsApp and you just happened to answer. And you don't think it's suspicious at all.
I don't think what?
You don't think it's...
I think the number of times he's calling me indicates to me that perhaps, because he also sent a message. It said, "You're so sexy, you're so funny."
Tell me that.
I didn't get a chance to tell you. He said, "You're so sexy, you're so funny. Don't be poor. I drive a cab and have 5 kids." And I think, don't be poor. I don't know what he was.
Maybe that you could adopt his 5 kids?
No, maybe he's going to ask me, potentially, maybe ask me for money. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it would be. I hope it's not. I hope he's just a fan.
And why do you have the WhatsApp to begin with? Because we don't talk to anyone overseas.
WhatsApp is part of Facebook, right? And so we booked that one girl who is in India. That's when I first answered the number. I said, "Oh, it must be the girl, the Indian comic. She's here any week now."
Right, but I didn't think she called you on the WhatsApp. I thought
She did. She did.
Oh, she did call you on the WhatsApp.
She
Okay.
texted me, and then she said, "Hey, call me through WhatsApp."
I see. Okay.
And so I did. I don't even. First of all, when it comes to communication, the advent of more and more technology has made communication infinitely harder. Because I now have to check Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, email, cell phone. Listen, it made it miserable. It's made it miserable. And now WhatsApp. And YouTube comments. All these ways to communicate. And so, for me, when I saw the WhatsApp number come up, now I've not answered since because now his name is attached to it.
Okay.
So I do not answer because I don't want to get jammed up on anything. So, there she goes. She reached for the phone.
It's him.
You reached. You saw.
I was turning it off.
You are Pavlovian.
No.
It rang and you went.
It's you. I could see it was you, dummy. I could see it. I have the cell phone screen. Don't call me again. Hang up. I can see it. No. So, all right. So, well, when we get a scam call that they've like kidnapped somebody, we'll just know. That just happened to a woman.
Let's say they called and they said, "We kidnapped Noah." Third or fourth one, I'm gonna call Mrs. Chait and say, "Is Noah okay?"
No, I literally just read a huge write-up about this yesterday. A woman, I want to say either in Ohio or Pennsylvania, got a phone call. It was her daughter's voice to a T.
Yeah.
And saying she'd been kidnapped and they needed ransom money and, the whole 9 yards. She called her daughter immediately and her daughter was, "Mom, I'm fine." But we do know someone that happened to her parents.
They got scammed, not kidnapped.
Yes, got scammed.
Yeah, make sure you clear that up.
Yeah.
Wait.
Nah.
That actually happened to my grandma, and it was my voice.
It would happen to your grandmother in your voice? Oh my God.
In your voice?
In my voice. So I was like in upstate New York.
Okay.
Apparently at my cousin's wedding. We actually had a cousin's wedding happening.
Right.
Driving home, because it was like a muffled voice, it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm in the hospital, I need money, like you gotta send me, I think it was like 10,000 bucks.
Yeah.
And my great aunt sent that money.
She did not.
She what?
She sent the money.
Did she get the money back? She did not. What'd you do with the money?
Wait. So she didn't call anybody else in the family?
So it was actually it was over Memorial Day weekend, and I went to go down with my friends to LVI, and my mom called me frantically. She's like, "I just got a call saying that you're in the hospital," or, and I forget which aunt it was, but she had said that, like, "Where are you? Like, where are you right now?" And I pretty much said I was down at the beach. She's like, "Well, we got a call saying you were up in North New York."
Mm-hmm.
And they never found it. They traced it back to like a Western Union in Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much as much as they could find.
Wow.
Isn't that sad? Now, how do you think they got your voice? What did the detectives tell you?
So pretty much anytime if you answer a call and you say hello, and there's nothing, like it pre-records, it listens for any sort of audio that comes through. So it was like that's the way they muffled the voice, was because it was close, but it wasn't actually my voice, because they said that I had a broken nose. So I might not sound like myself right now, but can you still send me the money? It's Noah.
Wow.
So what I get this one now, it says, "Sorry, system error has occurred." But I answer hello. I say hello. And then it says, "System error has occurred," and hangs up. So what do the cops say you're supposed to answer the phone with?
Normally I just make like a noise.
You do what?
He makes like a clearing his throat voice noise.
Okay, so,
'Cause that's,
but what did the cops tell you to do?
no, nothing. They didn't have, that whole branch, pretty much, it was a pretty new the granny scam, I think, was relevant like 5 years ago.
Right.
Man, I have been answering my phone with my PIN number for years.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's on you.
4426.
Yeah. So what happened to our friend's parents was they got a phone call. They thought it was, so our friend is one of four. They thought it was their son-in-law, and he got jammed up for something like with drinking and driving, but don't tell the daughter, blah, blah, blah. I need money. But don't tell her because she's really mad at me. And the parents got in the car, drove to the bank. The bank pleaded with them not to take the money
Right
out.
who that happened to.
They pleaded with them not to take the money out, and they did it anyway.
Yeah.
And then later on, the sister just happened to call. And
Did they
say,
lose their money?
They did. The
Oh.
sister happened to call and say, hey, Ma, what are you guys doing? And they said, I know we're not supposed to ask, but, and they asked about the husband. Is he okay? Like, we're so upset. We're sick to our stomach. And then she's like, what are you talking about? He's standing right next to me. What are you talking about?
How much did
And
they get?
it was a substantial amount of money.
I'm telling you. See, now, here's the thing. Everyone is going to think, you just got to not do it. You got to not do it.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. They play on your human emotion, right? Don't tell my husband, right? And so that's what they do. Now, I think it's wrong, but I do think, for example, it wouldn't necessarily be wrong if I called your mom and just made up a story about you and you back me up when we get.
Oh, okay. Sure. That seems like an ethical and moral thing to do to my own mother.
Vicky's pregnant. We need $50,000 to ship the baby to Poland.
Right.
We'll get it all back, double or nothing.
Right.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. So I have a couple other fluff things to talk about, but there's one thing I do want to talk about.
Okay, we're going fluff or serious? This feels like you're getting serious.
I am getting serious.
Oh, Christ. You know what the problem with you getting serious? Mm-hmm. There's always a set of rules about a serious conversation.
That is true.
And I like to laugh.
Yes.
All
So,
right, is it real serious?
well, we can talk about Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Okay. Woody Harrelson. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Mm-hmm. You never watched True Detective.
No, I didn't.
It was too dark.
It was too dark for me.
They are so good in it. Mm-hmm. They're so good in it. And Matthew McConaughey.
You just love him. You love him.
There's a couple people I'd like to have a beer with.
Yeah.
McConaughey, McCartney.
Yes, obviously.
Woody Harrelson. I'd have a beer with Woody Harrelson. It might be it. Who else would you want to have a beer with?
Well, I wouldn't want to have a beer with him, but you would want to have a beer with Bruce Springsteen.
I'd have a beer with the boss. I'd have a beer with the boss, and I'd have a beer with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But a beer with the boss and Bon Jovi would be a little less important to me than a beer with McConaughey, the boss. Okay, I'm gonna give you a list of beers.
Okay.
Okay.
All
First, every beer I ever always want to have is with you.
Oh, thank you.
That's true. You know that's true. The other day, Vicki was in a cross mood, and so
I like how you say that. A cross mood. I like that.
she was in
Let
a
me
cross
use that.
mood, and I was looking across the room, and she had the light was hitting her the right way, and I said, "I fall in love with you all the time," and it just melted her nasty little disposition away. It just melted it away. Okay, so it would be you.
Yeah.
It's always you. All right, you guys can all think I'm too much. I don't really give a shit. All right, so it would be in order. See, McConaughey might be the most fun.
I think he's a good time. I do. I think he's a good
That's
time.
a little weird to hear you say it that way. Okay, I would say McCartney because he's McCartney.
Yeah.
Then McConaughey, Springsteen, Bon Jovi, and then Woody Harrelson. I missed one. Fraser Crane.
Oh,
Chelsea Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer. Yeah.
Well, I'm
definitely.
having a beer with him Monday.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're going to come.
Nice.
We're having dinner and a beer Monday
Nice.
night with Kelsey Grammer.
Awesome sauce.
You know how it's happening, right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember you telling me.
Okay, Kelsey Grammer has a beer. First of all, he's the greatest sitcom actor.
Oh, he's so good.
He's so good.
So
good.
entertaining.
So funny. And I've been a big fan for a long time.
Yeah.
And most people are. So he has a beer. I think it's called American Patriot. Is it American Patriot? You Google that. And
that, yeah.
he's meeting Huey for dinner. So I'm going to go say hi to him and hang out for a bit. And then.
Wait. Back up. So you said we're having dinner with him.
Yes.
Now you just said he's having dinner with Huey, and you're gonna
Huey
gonna crash the dinner. You're gonna stand awkwardly while they wait for their entrees.
Huey invite Huey. So just
Don't mind me while I stand here. I'm not a weirdo or anything.
just say please, Leah, one more time.
Yeah.
No, I was invited to the dinner.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a guy's dinner, but I'm gonna have you come along.
No. If it's a
Oh
guy's
my-
dinner, you should definitely go. But
Stag event.
when Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, there's a potential they're brothers.
What?
How do you not know this?
I didn't know this.
It's all over the news.
Well, how the hell would that be?
Well, okay. So because Woody Harrelson, so you know Woody Harrelson's dad,
Went to jail.
right? He was a hitman for a Texan drug lord. He was legitimately a hitman for a Texan drug lord.
Wow.
And so he was really out of Woody Harrelson's life by the time he was 7. He was like in jail mostly for the rest of his life, in and out of jail. So Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey are apparently very close friends.
Yeah, they're buddies.
They're buddies. And Woody Harrelson happened to say, my father never had any regrets. Any regrets in his life. He never had any regrets. Like they were having, I guess, a deep philosophical conversation. And he said, my father never had any regrets. To which Matthew McConaughey's mom, which they call her Ma Mac. So Ma Mac says, I knew your father. And they're like, wait, what? And it turns out when they figured out the timeline of it all, she was intimate with Woody Harrelson's father.
Well, that would be very upsetting because I read Green Lights and Matthew McConaughey is close with his father.
Well, that's what. So, Ma Mac and Pa Mac, as they put it, were on a sabbatical around the time. They were separated during that time, during the time that Matthew McConaughey was conceived.
No, you mean Woody Harrelson.
No. Woody Harrelson is older than Matthew McConaughey. It would be the same
Oh,
father.
Mom Mac. You think that Woody's dad is got it.
And so
Can they test for that?
Yeah, they could do a DNA test, but basically Woody Harrelson just came out and said like that would be something big for Matthew McConaughey then, because essentially he would be figuring out that wasn't his biological father, whom he's very close with. So, I mean,
But what a
that's
fascinating turn of events.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Like you're hanging out with your friend and, you know, you're all of a sudden your friend's mom's like,
I don't mean to rock foundations, but I think that if they tested us for DNA, I would end up being your younger husband.
what? Doesn't even make sense.
Because I'm less mature than you.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Now, you know, maybe someone here listening, you know, they have the 8 degrees of, you know, somebody, whatever.
6 degrees of separation.
Whatever. Maybe somebody can figure out a way to get to McConaughey and tell him Vinnie Brand wants to meet you. You read Green Lights, right?
I did not. I wanted to.
Oh, man. No, have you read Green Lights? Listen to me, no. Put the camera on you. All right? All right. You need to read Green Lights. Vicki, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
But keep the camera on Noah. You will enjoy it. Noah needs it. It's a big difference. No.
What does his sweatshirt say? What does your sweatshirt say?
Brooks Nielsen. It's a singer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so listen to me. Green Lights. I'm going to reread it. It's so good.
Right.
And it's really just you really need to, it's such a fun, inspirational book to read. And it made me love McConaughey even more.
Right.
Because he lays it out there.
Right.
And it's hard for me not to like him. So if someone knows someone that knows someone that knows Matthew McConaughey, you know, listen, I'm a good hang. right? I'm not gonna fawn all over the guy. I'm gonna say, hey man, let's have a beer together. Let's get naked and play bongos.
There you go.
He likes to do that. I would do naked bongo with Matthew McConaughey. And who would you want to have a beer with?
I would. J.K. Rowling is on the top of my list.
That's a good one.
She is.
But you would have to have a butterbeer.
Aha, aha. So she's on the top of my list, as is Stephen
King.
Stephen King. However, they're in a big feud right now.
Those two. Is it over politics? It is, right?
It is.
Yeah, because Stephen King's way left.
Way left, and she is supporting the whole women sports, transgender, that whole thing.
This topic is ridiculous because why would you feud with someone because they have a different opinion than you?
So I think that from what I read, she came out and made some statements, and then he made statements, but not directly to her or about her necessarily. And then he said she unfollowed him, and they had been close friends. If you
this is a 16-year-old prom thing. You unfollowed me?
So
are you shitting me?
But
go home and count a couple million.
Yeah. If you remember, years ago, we saw them all speak at Madison Square Garden. We saw John Irving, Stephen King, and J.K. Rowling.
I remember,
and it was a great event.
And the phrase "saw them speak" is the right phrase in my case because I couldn't understand a word because I'm deaf. So I just saw 3 people on stage.
Well, I mean, you're visually, like, I wouldn't say hear them speak because it makes me think of like an audiobook, like where you're not looking at them. So
but I was just looking at them.
Okay, well, whatever. So those are my two. I would like, even though she does have some negative criticism around him, I would like to meet Kelly Ripa. She seems like a lot of fun.
Seems like a lot of fun, but you wouldn't want to eat with her.
Well, she doesn't eat.
That's what I mean.
She doesn't.
Would you like half my rice?
Yeah, she's very
There's
much
only
like...
one grain. Yes, would you like half my rice grain?
She's like Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham eats the same exact meal, same exact way every day.
I think Kelly Ripa is too thin.
She is very thin. She is
Too
very
thin.
thin. But
eat a hamburger.
Well,
Have a French fry.
You know who else I really would love to talk to is Gwyneth Paltrow. Do you know?
Light a candle, sit down.
But do you know that she opted not to have? She could have had that doctor pay for her lawyer fees. She opted not to.
Well, okay, listen, great, classy move. They would have excoriated her for doing that. They would have ripped her apart for that.
Probably, but I don't think that doctor's hurting for any money himself either. I really don't.
But, she's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes, I know.
She's got a candle.
I got the candle. Yeah, got the candle. So.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah. I don't really know who else I would want to sit down with.
That's a pretty good list.
Yeah. Maybe Jennifer Garner. I really like her.
It's interesting. You picked all women and Stephen King.
Well, we went to go see Stephen King speak. And even though I can't read any of his books because they're too scary.
He's so good. Do you read Stephen King?
I've read like one. I mean, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You read one book.
So
the answer is no.
He's read one book, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, the guy's written 44.
Yeah.
So if you only read one, the answer to my question is, nah, I didn't care for it.
No, but you know why I admire him is he overcame an addiction.
What was his addiction? Alcohol?
Alcohol. I think maybe drugs too. I can't remember, but definitely alcohol.
Well, if you didn't, we just smeared him good. Maybe we'll sue us.
No. But he overcame it because he wrote like Christine during that time frame when, and he's been in a marriage with his wife Tabitha who our daughter is named after.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Thank you. No.
I read Stephen King's memoir when I was pregnant with Tabitha.
So you're in love with Stephen King?
I fell in love with how he loved.
I want you to know that Madison is named after John Madden.
No, she's not.
Because I'm in love with John Madden.
No, but I fell in love with how he spoke about his relationship with his wife. It was very honest. It was a very honest way.
When I talk about my relationship with you, you get annoyed.
Shut up.
Does she not get annoyed? You get irritated. Oh, Stephen King, he loves his wife so much. I just admire a man like that. Vicki, I love you. Stop clinging to me. You're making me gross. Oh, my God. Get a life.
No, you knew that. But we.
No, I do know that. If that's what inspires you, you should be. Would you like to have a beer with me? Because I said you were the top of my goddamn list. I haven't even made the list.
It's understood. Anyway.
It's clearly not.
No, it's understood. But remember, Cassandra, I fell in love with that name because you remember that writer, Joel Stein?
Holy shit.
On
All
Time
these Jewish men writers you have. I love a good Jewish writer.
No, but I remember.
Chomsky.
No.
My next child name will be Chomsky.
We both enjoyed
Jewish?
reading him. He was super funny. I don't know whatever happened to him, though.
What's his name?
It was Joel Stein. He was super funny. He was in the back of Time magazine. We
Yeah.
both enjoyed
Yeah,
reading
what happened to
him.
him?
I don't know. He was super funny.
He's a good writer.
Him and his wife got divorced.
So how did?
Because I fell in love with the name Cassandra for that.
So if you're a Jewish writer, send your name suggestions to Vicki Brandt. I start getting calls from B&H Camera. I got a name, Nikon. What do you think? Your next baby, Nikon.
No. So the last thing I want to talk about.
Holy
is-
shit, we haven't even talked.
We have talked. That's all we've done is talk.
The only thing I found out is we need marriage counseling. The Jewish authors are weaseling their way in.
So Brooke, you heard that Brooke Shields.
I'm sorry, is Stephen
What?
King Jewish? I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so. So in his memoir,
He's not.
it doesn't sound like
He's
religion.
Episcopalian?
I don't think religion was really part of his childhood at all.
He's
It was him
Episcopalian.
and his brother and his single mom.
Let's see. No, looking it up. You would think younger people could Google faster.
Yeah, no.
It's remarkable.
Methodist.
He's Methodist. Okay.
I was so close. And what is Chomsky? Chomsky. May not have even been a writer.
With anochrysindricalism.
I don't even know what that is.
He was born Ashkenazi Jewish, but he
Yeah.
identifies that.
He's a Russian writer, right?
Yeah.
What don't I know?
I don't know.
I know everything.
You do. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about
Yes.
was Brooke Shields wrote a tell-all, which I'm sure you've heard about.
It's Brooke Shields of my childhood candle burner.
I understand that. I
All
get it.
guys my age, we had a thing for Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. I'm in love with you. You're at the top of my beer list. So what's the thing?
Well, so, I mean, she talked about a lot of stuff that was really enlightening, like, and it really, a lot of the stuff is what I always say, like, well, you would never want to put your child into acting in a professional manner as a child, especially when she was a child, because it really showcased all the abuse that happened. Like, she was 11 or 12 years old. She kissed a man, like it was her first kiss. It was, like, not, I mean, really, that's child abuse. However, she talks about a lot of stuff about her marriage to Andre Agassi, or Agassi. Agassi.
That was a rough marriage.
It was a very rough marriage, and he's been happily married now, as far as I know, to Steffi
Graf.
for years and years and years.
Steffi Graf married. Yeah, they got married. They're tennis players.
Right, but I mean, what she says about him was very unflattering.
About Andre.
Right.
Well, Andre had a serious addiction problem.
He did.
And he had a rough childhood. His father was a... can we shut the dog up?
How am I going to shut the dog up? I'm here.
So Andre Agassi had a father that was very, he had them practicing, and he made him a professional.
Right.
He obviously the talent was there, but he had Andre Agassi on that court like a madman. And it's a difficult thing because I remember reading the biography. He wrote a biography. I forget what it's called, but he said, my father drove me to this. And I think he said, I'm trying to remember, that he was grateful, but that he didn't have a normal childhood. And George, our soccer trainer, who, reached some pretty high peaks in soccer, had he not been injured, would have went even further. He said from 5 on, soccer was all he did, year round, Russian Army soccer. So go ahead.
So anyway, I mean, she's come out and said a bunch of things about various people. And, but the last thing that she's come out, so basically what she's doing is to get more hype on the book is, she'll talk about one segment of the book and then another segment in a different interview. She talked about like how her mother, she was like in a sexual, intimate relationship with her mother.
What?
Yeah, I know. but she really wasn't. She said that her mother was like in love with her. And so that way, like it hindered her relationships, like her intimate
I am
relationships.
so glad I didn't date her.
Yeah.
This sounds like damaged goods.
So, but in the latest thing, in the latest clip from the book, in her tell-all, she says that how she had one date with JFK Jr. and JFK Jr.'s sister is super angry about the comment because
His kids. I think. Okay, good.
no, his sister, Caroline. So she's super mad because her brother's been dead now for 25 years.
Is that how long?
25
What
years.
a tragic loss.
Yes. And she basically said that JFK Jr., that she'd been in love with him since she was 3 years old, and she was totally enamored with him and in love with him, and that her mom kept saying, that's the guy you're going to marry. Why? I don't know. But so they had dinner with him one night, and then
With the mother?
it sounded like both families had it, but I don't know.
Right.
And
That's a society thing.
yeah, and that he said, you don't want to get out of here. They left. She was so excited. And after their part of their real date, that's what she calls it, he tried to bed her. And when she resisted and like said, no, he wouldn't talk to her the next day. And
What?
and she was, I think that the word she called him a leech.
A leech?
A leech. But she did say, now keep in mind, she has been married to her current husband for like 20 years.
Right.
Chris, whatever his name is. But in the book, she says that JFK Jr. was the best kiss I've ever had in my life. Wow. I mean, does her husband not feel good about that statement at all?
That makes my issue with your Jewish writer friends seem like nothing.
But his sister has a huge beef with it because she said, listen, my brother's dead. But
when you write that sentence in your memoir, right? Like, Noah, put the camera on you for a second.
Right.
What would you say in terms of my kiss? How? So when you put that in your book, you're just trying to sell books. You don't care, and that could even be a note from someone. Put this in there.
no.
And do you think Brooke Shields sat down and typed it out?
No,
Right.
she sat with a ghostwriter.
Right.
That I'm positive of, and they wrote it. But it really makes me reflect back. First of all, I just had this conversation with our kids about something that happened, and we were saying like humans are fallible, like humans make mistakes. Like I would hate to be a celebrity and have all my mistakes ever paraded out there.
I think if we let's say that we're lucky enough to become some level of celebrity, really you have to look at things and say, okay, unless your scripts are,
Right.
gigantic, you have to look at it and go, listen, I'm a human being, right?
Yeah.
And you can't worry too much. But our society's so keyed up on what's on that tube, right? Now listen, I'm not a celebrity. I'm a very approachable guy, right? I mean, you call me from Pakistan, I answer.
Yeah.
And,
right on that WhatsApp. You want to talk to Vinnie? Call him on that WhatsApp. He'll answer.
So I lost my train of thought, but you want to be a celebrity, you want to be out there. You don't really want to be a celebrity.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand why, because why do you do this with me? Do you think it'll never go anywhere? So you think it's safe? What do you leave this podcast and go, I fed a sick little dream. I'm like a boy playing fire engines, and she puts a coat on me, and I got the thing, I'm wheeling it around the house. Did you put the fire out, honey? I did, Mommy. Okay, time for bed. That's how you do this podcast.
Oh, I do because you want to do it, and I enjoy my time with you. I mean, I have fun laughing with you.
You're my favorite laugh in the world.
Oh, that's very sweet.
My favorite laugh in the
You
world.
make me laugh all the time. So with that said, I have to go pick up our daughter. We are at the tail end right now.
We are at the tail end?
We are.
So the YouTube channel has now is at, I'm going to just say the numbers because I want people to,
hurry up before our dogs go crazy.
I would like anyone who wants a dog to come here on
No,
YouTube.
I have a feeling that there's more Amazon packages.
62,427
Nicely done.
right now.
Nicely
So
done.
we'll break 63,000 today, which is
Yeah.
important.
That's awesome.
And Facebook is climbing rapidly. Facebook is at 64,410.
That's great.
They're in a race. And then TikTok
TikTok.
37,300. So all these are nice little numbers. But if you beg your friends to keep following and
Yes,
keep putting fun stuff up.
definitely.
What? Why? Why do we have yippee little dogs?
You know what?
Can't
No
we?
one's going to break into our house.
I swear to God, if there was a mute dog rescue, I'd be like, I don't care what else that dog has. A mute dog rescue.
All right. Well, I got to go. I'm Vicki.
I'm Vinnie. Love you
Bye.
guys.